Here's our final video of lesson 8. I've just cheated a bit here and I'm building my team like this. I've created a build team method, and all it's going to do is add 5 players to my array list. So I'll create Gretzky, Luongo, Lemieux, Howe, Linden, 99, 166, 916. You can write those down if you want to follow how things are going. I'm going to build my team every time. My team will always look like this. I did that because I need a list of players now because I want to loop through them. And I'm not going to use a while loop. In fact, I'll never use a while loop. I'm going to use a foreach loop, which is a beautiful, handy little method useful with array lists. And so I've drawn this like this. I have my array list called players with my 5 players from my build team method. My index goes from 0 to 4, in other words size 5. And this, you'll see, comes in a second with my foreach loop, it's called. This is my best friend here. Okay, so I'll build my team every time, and then public void display all player names. All. That's a hint that it's a loop. We're going to do a few loops in this course. The first one is the simplest one. It's called a foreach loop. Very friendly. For. Before we had while and if. For. Here's the name of your array list. Nope, sorry. It goes like this. Here's the name of what's in your array list. That's the type. It goes like this. There's a colon there. On the right side of the colon, inside your for, is your array list, your collection, your array list. On the left side is a new variable. The data type will be whatever's in here. This could be whatever you want to call it. I call it player, the singular of players. It's a good idea. And what happens here is that for loop will repeatedly just bounce around in circles, taking the first element here, sticking it in there, and then the second element, sticking it in there, one at a time. This only holds one hockey player at a time. So for example, the first player is Gretzky. The first time this foreach loop runs, Gretzky gets taken out of here, not removed, but gets copied out of here and placed into there. So I could do something like this. Look at the name of the method. I want the player.getName, sorry, get last name. And if I was going to draw it, the foreach loop automatically, starting with the first element and ending with the last one at a time, copies the entire object, not just the last name. The whole hockey player object gets copied into player. Player. Or if I want to call it P, whatever. P. Just P there. So, one at a time, the object gets copied from players into P, and then in your for loop, in your foreach loop, you should remember this. This is important. You deal with this thing. So, for example, if I change Gretzky's number to 15, this one does not change to 15. Only this one, the copy. The array list is not affected by a foreach loop. You should remember that. So let me see if this works. I would expect to build my team, call display all player names, and I should see Gretzky, Luongo, Lemieux, Howe, Linden. Let's see if that works. Hockey team. Build team. I'll just get a sneak peek. Are there 5 players? There are. And display all player names. There they are. If I want to do display all player numbers, I'll copy paste the whole thing. one at a time, the elements get copied from players to this thing. I ask that thing, which is a hockey player, what's your jersey number? The first one says Gretzky, and then the for each loop automatically goes back and grabs Luongo, sticks it in there, and then I ask Luongo, what's your jersey number? And he says 1, etc., etc., until the array list is exhausted, finished. Display all player numbers. I'll build my team. I will display all player numbers. 99, 1, 66, 9, 16. To make that clear, display all player numbers. That's what gets done. The other code there a second ago was just left over. Okay, so again, I display the player names. There they are. I display the player numbers. There they are. You should remember this for a quiz. For brackets, colon. The right side of the colon is the name of your array list. The left side is a local variable declared right here. The data type is whatever's in here. Call this whatever you like, and the for each loop works with that. And one at a time, these things get copied into there, and you can call their methods, whatever methods this class has. So that's it. That's lesson 8. If you have questions, let me know via email.